Some cartoons have lost episodes that weren't meant to be seen, from twisted versions of SpongeBob and Mickey Mouse. Today, we're looking at the creepiest lost cartoon episodes that will make you not watch cartoons again. Let's start with one you'd never expect, SpongeBob SquarePants. It all starts off looking like a normal SpongeBob episode, but the longer it goes, the more off it feels. Weird sounds, Squidward getting more and more depressed, until it all crashes into a final scene where Squidward does the unthinkable. Let's watch it together.
This is the darkest SpongeBob episode ever aired. The episode, The Red Mist, is a lost SpongeBob SquarePants episode that originated from internet, horror forums, and quickly gained notoriety. Due to its shocking content, the story typically follows a narrative where an intern or employee at Nickelodeon discovers a disturbing, unaired episode of the show. In the story, the episode begins normally, but soon takes a dark turn. Squidward's clarinet performance is poorly received, leading to his deepening depression.
Here is where it starts to go down for Squidward. People hated his performance, and it led him to a downward spiral. Let's keep watching.
Unity Rec Center is proud to present Squidward Tentacles.
Turn it up! Oh, okay.
The visuals become increasingly disturbing, with hyper-realistic images of violence and death, including graphic scenes of Squidward.
Do it. Do it.
The episode supposedly ends with a close-up of Squidward's lifeless body and eerie audio effects.
Red Mist actually has a reference in a newer SpongeBob episode, so it must have been legit before Nickelodeon took it down. Here's a video showing it.
Did you know that SpongeBob actually referenced the Red Mist Creepypasta? Red Mist Squidward appears in the uncut version of the episode SpongeBob in Random Land. It happens when Squidward is opening a bunch of doors that have weird versions of himself in it, but when he opens the third door, the viewer gets jump scared by Red Mist Squidward. But he was later replaced by a baby version of Squidward in the UK because they thought he was too scary, which I guess is understandable. However, the original version of the scene remains intact on the Nick app version and certain international airings of the episode, so it's still technically in the episode, just not in the UK.
That was creepy as hell, but I do feel bad for Squidward. It's crazy that was actually a real episode, and it's even crazier that they referenced it in a new episode. Let me know your thoughts. We are moving to our next lost episode, and it's Mickey Mouse. By the way, comment Sponge if you're still watching. Up next, the lost Mickey Mouse episode. This one is old school black and white. At first, Mickey's just walking down a street. No music, just his footsteps. But then the background starts melting. Mickey's eyes turn completely empty. By the end, he looks like he's in pain or possessed. This is very creepy, but let's watch a video on it.
The Lost Mickey Mouse episode. So in this episode, it starts off with an old black and white cartoon of Mickey Mouse. He's just walking down a street, and at first, everything looks normal. There's no music, just the sound of his footsteps. But as the video keeps going, things slowly start to change. The background behind Mickey starts to look weird, like the buildings are warping or melting. Mickey himself also changes. His usual smile disappears, and his eyes start to look really empty or dark. As he keeps walking, strange sounds start playing. At first, it's just static, but then it turns into really unsettling noises, like distorted music or even what sounds like faint screaming. The longer the video goes, the more messed up it gets. The background completely breaks apart, and Mickey's face becomes almost unrecognizable, like he's in pain or angry. Some versions even show flashing images or disturbing visuals in between. Eventually, the video cuts to black. Then the episode continues, but now Mickey's face looks super twisted and horrific.
That's all this girl knows. But I found the lost episode, and we're going to watch a part of it. It may be too scary for some, so beware. Okay, what the hell? I grew up loving Mickey Mouse, but after watching that video, yeah, not anymore. This next one is for fans of the amazing world of Gumball. This episode was lost, but I found it on some sketchy site. It's called The Grieving, and honestly, it's very messed up. It starts like a normal school day, but Darwin and Anais are dead. And Gumball, he's sitting in class, totally silent. And then he does something that will make him sleep forever, if you know what I mean. This isn't just creepy, it's graphic, so I'm going to blur some of it out. Here's a video explaining it better.
The Amazing World of Gumball has a lost episode titled The Grieving, and we see Gumball crying in a corner of his classroom, his parents Nicole and Richard crying in their house wearing black clothing, and Anais crying walking in on them now screaming.
Here's the episode in short. Let me know if this is real or fake, like the video by the way. Honestly, one of the most creepiest things I've seen in a cartoon. I don't know if anything will top it. Now let's talk about a true classic, Tom and Jerry. Normally, it's a goofy cat and mouse chase. But in one banned episode, things go way too far. In this episode, Tom gets abused and Jerry helps him only to snake him out in the last part. Let's watch a video on it.
This is the darkest episode of Tom and Jerry. The episode starts off normal. Tom was sleeping next to the basement door. Suddenly, his old angry owner storms in, and without warning, stomp, stomp, stomp. He crushes Tom's tail over and over. Realistic sounds, bones cracking. Then he growls, "Don't go near the basement again. I'm warning you." Jerry saw the whole thing, and for a second, he smiled. The kind of smile you only see in nightmares. Then it happens again and again. Jerry tricks Tom into the basement. The owner finds him and beats him even harder. But here's the weird part. Tom's injuries didn't reset like in the cartoons, where in the next scene he was fully healed. He was limping, bleeding, and even had a broken leg. Tom, begging, crying, gets shoved in once more. The owner loses it. The owner screams at Tom and cusses at him. The screen glitches, the colors distort. It doesn't feel like a cartoon anymore.
This is where the episode gets darker. Tom and Jerry team up, but after a while, Jerry sneaks him and stabs. Watch until the end, cause this is crazy.
Colors distort. It doesn't feel like a cartoon anymore. Together, Tom and Jerry drag his body downstairs, and that's when they see it. Dozens of bodies. Skin, mangled. Their owner was a serial killer. They look at each other. Tom mutters, "Don't you believe it?" Jerry smiles and stabs Tom in the chest. Instant kill. Just silence. The episode ends with Jerry smiling and holding a for sale sign, portraying that it was Jerry all along and is now selling the house.
What did we just watch? Jerry went from prankster to full-on villain. Yeah, I'm never watching Tom and Jerry the same way again. Last up, and maybe the most disturbing of them all, Barney the dinosaur. A father claimed he found a lost episode on TV one night at 7 p.m. He sat with his kids to watch it. Everything started off normal until Barney spoke. Let's see this girl explain it.
There is a creepy lost episode of Barney that a father swears he caught his kids watching. One day he was looking at the TV guide when he saw that it said a lost episode of Barney was going to air at 7 p.m. He asked his kids if they wanted to watch and they said yes. They all sat down to watch it and the theme song started playing, but something wasn't right about it. It almost sounded like the song was being whispered. The episode started as it usually did, the kids holding the Barney doll that suddenly comes to life. But when Barney started talking, he sounded slightly weird. It sounded like two people were talking at once. His normal voice and one that sounded darker and scarier. And suddenly he said,
Hi kids, today I'm going to talk to you about death.
So one of the kids asked him,
Barney, what's death?
He then chuckled and said,
This is.
with his face suddenly turning angry, his teeth growing long, and then he eats the child. And then he proceeds to chase all the other children around trying to eat them throughout the rest of the episode. And then at the very end of the episode, he sang the I Love You song as if nothing happened. So,
Honestly, what the hell? It's a good thing these episodes were never found again. But let me know if you enjoyed the video. Comment "da baby" if you made it this far.
Shawty want me, now she wanna come around my way. Shawty knows